just great big slabs of wood made by somebody in the village, and a very simple decoration, like a little gouge, taken little bits of wood off here.
Oh, wow.
You see, it's just slabs of timber, a top, two sides, two ends, and you've got a box. And they were known in England as sword boxes, but they weren't used for swords. It was a silly idea, but it'd be used for keeping things in. And often a family, that would be, they'd have stools, and they'd have that, and they would keep their valuable clothing and blankets and things in that.
Wow.
But that's extremely old.
It is.
Back then, when you were younger, they had more time on their hands and they didn't play on the video games as much as they do now.
No, that's true.
Yeah. This is nice as ship. This is nice as table. Everything is really nice, isn't it? I mean, even these little side
You like your
cabinets
history,
there.
aren't you, Adrian?
I like things. I like old things. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
All good. You can walk down the passage and see the other couple of rooms down here.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, that's your
That's an
office.
office.
Yeah. Lots of paperwork.
Yes. Keep them going.
Wow.
Who's that? Is that you yet when you were younger?
Yeah, that's me. Yes. That's called a student lamp. You have a candle in there and a spring underneath it. It pushes it up here, and then the reflector brings the light down to put on your book. And there's pewter plates and pewter tankards.
Wow.
And that's the early version of a couch. It's called a settle.
Oh.
And just very simple and panelled. Sometimes they were quite tall to keep the drafts off, and that's about 1700.
You see those in churches sometimes.
You do, yes, same sort of a thing. Yes,
That's fantastic. That's just, oh, look at the clock.
Another grandfather, yes.
Wow.
I'm wondering if you've got a grand piano next.
I did see like a type of piano. Oh, this is just amazing.
This is also a spare room because I live upstairs.
Wow.
This is just.
I'll show you the washstand here. This is just quite funny.
Yes.
This is very early plumbing. You see, people used to have a wash bowl, which would live on something like a table, and then the water would come in a jug, and they would pour it in there, and they would wash their hands, and then when they were finished, they had to take this and they pour it into a bowl like the one underneath there.
Yeah.
And they pour it into that, and then the servant would take that away. Well, this is very modern. Now we've got a drain here with a plug. It's hanging up on a string somewhere around here. Can't see it. We've got the plug, put it in here. And now instead of having to take this and tip it out, all you have to do is to pull the plug and the water goes into that.
Oh.
Well, isn't that modern?
Yeah.
Well, they could have gone one step further and taken the pipe and put it out through the wall, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't need the maid.
This is just
It's silly.
Yeah.